Okay, new plan to make it out the hood this week. Cash cow YouTube channel. The goal for this video is going to be to start a YouTube channel business that can be automated and function without me. I'm not going to show my face, voice, or anything. It's going to be completely anonymous, and we'll see if one, we can make that pop off, but two, see if it's possible to create a whole YouTube business content factory. I was talking to an executive from the team of a top YouTuber recently, and he brought up something really interesting in a conversation. He's involved with YouTube content creation at like the highest level. This guy was big time, and he told me that some of the people making the most money on YouTube are people that no one has ever seen or even heard of. How can that be? Automated production type channels. This can be video essays, compilation lists, tutorials, tips, stories, all kinds of different things. So I really want to try this out and give this scheme an honest go. I found a few successful examples of this type of thing. We have Brainy Dose, Looper, Be Amazed, Brightside, over 40 million subscribers, and they got about 60 million views last month alone. Their CPMs are probably kind of low given all these random topics. Let's say they only get $1 per 1,000 views. At 60 million views per month, they'd still be making $60,000 a month. And again, it could be much higher. I don't know their actual ad rate. So clearly there's money to be made here. This YouTube automation thing has been going on for a while. So there's even now a whole industry of people selling courses, teaching you how to start such a business and even promising to start one for you. But I don't know, I've heard some negative things about some of these services and some of the gurus. So I don't really know who to trust and bring on as an expert, but in-house astrophysicist, artificial intelligence engineer here at B3Z Global Enterprises has actually had some experience with this. So he can probably give us a very unbiased look into all of this. Name and occupation, name and occupation.
My name is Graham Stephan, and so at one point I was running like 3 channels, movie recaps, car crash compilations, ASMR videos. I was racking in millions of views.
Per video?
Per video, easily.
But here you are working at the worst rated media company, borderline hostile work environment. How'd that happen?
So I reached out to YouTube, and they did not accept me for the campaign for AdSense.
So you couldn't monetize?
Nope. I did sell one of the YouTube channels.
Oh, you exited?
Like a couple $100.
I feel like you got rinsed a little bit. 100K
Definitely.
subs for...
I was offering like 2,500. They said 400. I'm like, okay.
I guess compilation channels were an absolute cash cow back in the day, but YouTube got strict with monetizing that kind of content in recent years, so that's not really going to be an option for us. But it was definitely reassuring to hear that at least TJ was able to make videos pop off without all that much effort, so this is possible. Right, so we can't go with a compilation type channel. I'm seeing another strategy is people are making thousands of little tutorial videos in hopes of some of them ranking on Google search. That is an option, but it sounds dangerously boring and absolutely soul-sucking. The Reddit stories and Brightside fun fact type videos are kind of tempting, but the CPMs on those are probably so low that you have to get a ridiculous amount of views to make any money. So my solution is video essays on more intellectual topics. Wendover Productions is an example of this. They just reel you in with an interesting topic and then present a well-researched video on it with animation and stock footage type stuff in the background. And I just absolutely gobble these videos up. So I think the move is to make something similar where it's a voiceover video essay with stock footage and movies and different clips in the background. That's original content, so I don't think we would have any issues with YouTube granting us monetization. The focus of the videos needs to be business, entrepreneur, finance, YouTube, social media related so that we can get those juicy ad rates. Okay, step 1, we have to create a YouTube channel. That couldn't help trolling at least a little bit, so I named the channel Sigma Financial, kind of following the Sigma male meme. I added a goofy profile picture and then this banner, which I absolutely love. So well designed, convincing. I mean, if I see this banner, I'm subscribing. Step 2, think of some video idea titles related to business that could get us some views. I have a very sneaky plan for step 2, which is the video idea portion. Now, don't tell Fish and Wildlife or the Game Warden, but I think a good start can be to do some cloud poaching. I want this whole channel to be entrepreneur, finance, business, social media based. So I'm thinking I take some popular business creators and make videos about their come-up stories. How so-and-so went from 0 to a millionaire. Those videos seem to do really well and they could probably pop off on their own, but if the creator who we make the video about really likes it, maybe they'll put it up on their Instagram story or YouTube communities tab and we can get some free promo that way. Now, we can't really predict if they're actually going to do that, so I'm not going to rely on that strategy, but it could be a nice little extra boost if they do. Step 3 was to script a video out. I decided to make this first video on Jordan Welch. He's been really popping off as of late, so I figured there may be a gap in the market for a video on him. Don't tell this to anyone in the streets, but I was an absolutely nasty essay writer back in high school and college. I secretly enjoy the writing process. Anyways, time to go into absolute goblin mode and clap these out.
Studious. Look at this studious fool. This fool studious.
Step 4, send the script to someone on Fiverr who can read it out loud. A lot of these just sound too corporate. I want this to have some personality, kind of a YouTube feel to it. I can't have it be too professional. Okay, I really like this one. It's crisp, friendly, kind of maintains a YouTube personality feel to it.
Ashwagandha is a remarkable herb that has received early and recent attention.
I'm just gonna ask him to be a little monotone when he does ours, just because I think that's gonna make the video a little more funny. Okay, I got the voiceover back. It's good. It sounds really high quality, but I don't know. It almost sounds like a older gentleman trying to be very relatable to the hip young kids.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Which is kind of funny. I'll play some parts so you guys get what I mean.
It takes a deep dive into what is e-commerce and provides some righteous free game. No kizzy.
I don't know if it really has that YouTube personality feel, but it does sound good. Which brought us to step 5, edit a video on top of the voiceover. Okay, I'm gonna set up a timer and see how long it's gonna take me to edit this video on my own. Four hours later, I was finished editing and was ready to move on to step 6, which is where you would probably pay someone to create a thumbnail for you, but I just made one myself. And step 7, upload the video. Right, so we're back. I posted that Jordan video. It got, I want to say, a couple hundred views its first few weeks just randomly. We didn't finesse the Jordan story repost, so the plan kind of failed. I then had a couple busy weeks where Sigma Financial was not my priority, and after that, I kind of just forgot about it. Now today, 3 months later, I randomly remembered about the channel the other day, and it turns out the video actually kind of popped off. I don't think there was any mention or post from Jordan, so this is all purely organic. I logged into the studio, and the channel's now at over 100 subscribers. We're not going to stop here. I want to see what happens if we post another video, but here we are, well past the 3-figure mark. The video is now at over 7,000 views and it's gaining more traction daily, which is really good for YouTube. To get 7,000 people to click on and view a long form piece of content on YouTube is very different than even getting a few million views on TikTok. Looking through the comments here, we did actually get a comment from Jordan. W video, this made me buy his course. Jordan better cash at me that affiliate bonus ASAP. We even got a scammer. You know you're starting to get traction in the finance space when you got scammers in your comment section. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this video looks fishy. I did a bit of digging and turned out Jordan Welch himself made this video. What digging did this guy do? Here in the video analytics, and we got a fairly decent retention graph, and the top traffic source is browse features by a landslide, which is great. This means the algorithm is recommending this video and the video is holding its weight. So this already worked out pretty well, but I want to see what happens if we drop another video right now. I'm thinking this next video is going to be the same exact style as the previous one, but just on a different finance YouTuber, Sebastian Georgiou. I think this could be good. He's really been putting in the work lately. His videos are top notch. He's been popping off. So I'm going to hop on the computer, script something out, get TJ in the studio tomorrow and have him do the voiceover so I don't have to pay someone on Fiverr.
Just to get the comments going, maybe something like super sus, or say zesty.
He quickly upgraded to a better job at a car wash where Zesty jet like
It's been 3 days since we posted that second video, and sure, we don't have millions of views, but the first video took about a month before it gained any traction, so we're way ahead of schedule with this one. The second video got around 100 views end of day 1, at which point YouTube was able to give me a click-through rate number of 4%. That's not hot. So morning of day 2, I created this new thumbnail, and by the end of that day, the video did start picking up, as you can see by this live graph screenshot I took. It's now early morning of day 3, and the video is sitting at around 600 views. And scrolling through these analytics, it looks like the algorithm is really picking it up, so I would not be surprised if this one does way better than the previous one. It's already passed it in terms of views in the last 48 hours. But I don't want to spend a year making this video and waiting months to see the true potential of these videos, because I feel like this is enough proof of concept to know that this works. So let's just cut it here and talk about money.
I'm not into computers, I'm into money.
If this channel was monetized, which we're making original content, so we shouldn't have a problem getting it monetized, the video on my personal channel that's probably closest to the kind of content we've been making here on this channel is probably this recent one where I talk about part of my come up story. My RPM for that video, which is what I take home for every 1,000 views, was $10. Now this video where I'm talking strictly dropshipping, I'm taking home $80 per 1,000 views. So if you run up the numbers for these 8,500 views that we got so far, we'd likely make anywhere from $85 to $680. I would think that it would be closer to the lower range, but both videos are about guys who got their start dropshipping, so it could be higher. But either way, these videos are likely gonna continue getting views for a pretty long time. Now imagine we make a new video on Financial Sigma like every 3 days for a year. And so I would eventually have this catalog of videos that's gaining views every month and paying me monthly. And then I could get to a point where I'd outsource all this because I'm not the primary focus of the channel. I might actually hand this operation and channel over to little TJ and see what happens, maybe do an update video down the line. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, just don't subscribe to Financial Sigma. If he starts making too much money from that channel, there goes our top astrophysicist at B3Z Global. Anyways, hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.